Hi, everyone. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and see the two sides of you that sometimes come up whenever you're talking or whenever you're doing something? I'm talking about bias. It's when we see others within our mind's eyes. And, and in a way, we're judging them. Is she the real man that I know? Or, I mean, is he the real man that I know of? Or is he bullshitting? These questions come up sometimes, but because it's not really invited and we choose not to look at others this way, we kind of just let it go. This bias is influenced from my own um, journey. The biases that I have are coming from beliefs, incorrect beliefs that I hear from others. It's not even mine, but these are judgments made by others in the past that comes out whenever I'm presented the same subject. It's as if these two personalities, one good and one bad, is inside your brain and trying to um, have a chat, going back and forth, looking at the positive and then the negative. While you're here in the physical universe, you're here physically here talking to someone, and um, there's this judgment coming from somewhere, and it's in your mind. It's just popping up a positive judgment of this person about the way he looks. For example, he looks like um, my friend. Or so first we associate, and then what I can see is that in those associations there are biases, there are judgments, and what I associated them with is the judgments, the positive and the negative judgments I had of this person in the past. Usually, what happens is, uh, so you're talking to this person, and this person says something, and you have a point of view about what he said or she said, and then something pops up in your mind from the past that you associated with that kind of response or that kind of or those words are uttered by this person. So then when you have this uh, negative judgment of this person in your mind popping up, you try to silence it. It's as if this is the left negative side of um, that personality within your head, and this is the positive side, and that you silence the negative, and then you try to make it positive. So while you're talking to this person, you're kind of wrestling within your mind and trying to stabilize yourself so that you will not have this biased um, viewpoints about this person, about what he's saying, about what she's saying. So in those instances, um, we we get so stressed, even wrestling inside our minds when we're not really there. We're really here, right here. You see, we're right here, but our mind is busy with this biased judgments about this person we're talking to. But this person doesn't know about it. So inside ourselves, we are stressed, just wrestling with these thoughts and these um, thoughts popping up from the past. So you feel stressed. You don't want this person to know you're stressed, so you kind of give him and give him or her a smile that will cover that up. So what's happening is if that's happening to me, I know I'm suppressing a part of me within those um, positive or biased judgments. Usually it's more on the negative judgments, but I realized there are also positive judgments that come up. And that creates stress. It's stress that what I call resonant stress that we don't know about. It, for me, I feel it piling up. If I don't process it, if I don't look at it, like what are this and how can I direct these thoughts? So, okay, first of all, I look at the past incident. So, no, 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 that's a past. Why is it coming up? So, just we can use some tools, and I can recommend some tools that I use. And then whenever it comes, we just let it go, knowing that that doesn't belong there and it's not needed. And so we then stop ourselves, let go, and breathe. So you do that again and again until That's what I do. I do that again and again until I don't do it anymore. And that shows us how much we really care about ourselves. If we do not really stop until it if we do not really stop assisting ourselves, um, until we come to a point where that those thoughts are directed and they don't just pop up in our minds whenever we talk. It takes a lot of courage and strength to do that. So the takeaway for today is is that we can use these biases to look at what we have in our within within us, in our minds, and it assists me in knowing myself, in looking at um, how I think and what I think, and then knowing that it's there. I know that I gotta direct this to a point where it can be corrected. So the takeaway is correction. Life for me is a continuous correction of the things that I can see that I I did something that is not best, that I know is not part of my being. It's not what I want to say to this guy or this lady in front of me. It's just in my head. So these thoughts are are there for me to direct and correct and look at the past incidents where when they happen, and identify what kind of judgments did I pass to this person, and really write down the the what happened, you know, and then from there look at, oh, it's a it's a negative judgment. It's a What I found out is my negative judgments to others are actually projections of my own judgment of myself. So have a look at what kinds of judgments you passed to yourself. Release them, and when they pop up, whenever you're talking to someone, know that that comes from there. That comes from your own, our own judgments of ourselves. And knowing that, we can then release that. Stop, breathe, and let go.